host a website, and we're not conspiracy theories. We just cover the facts. We just cover the facts that lead it out. So what are you going to do with the Internet 2?
Well, basically, they're going to first bring it in by censoring websites. They're not going to bring down the entire Internet. They're just going to try and require people to get a license to operate a website. And if it comes to that, we're just going to have to go back to the old-fashioned methods. There's a call-in line for people to listen to the Alex Jones show. We'll still be on conventional radio if they don't shut that down. And it's basically going to go back to the days of pamphleteering and magazines and newsletters, I guess. But I don't see them getting that through. There'll be a massive resistance against it. And the way things are going, they have no momentum with which to push it through. Well, thanks for the call. We've got to move quick because we're nearing the end of the hour. And it's Janice in Texas. Janice, you're on the air.
Hi, Paul. We moved to the central Texas, like in the middle of the hill country. And I look after my mom, who's like older. We were seeing these things in the sky, and we thought they were like UFOs, whatever. And they're not. And I was let me finish here. I was at the gas station, and I saw this guy that was filling up all these gas tanks in this weird travel truck, and it said travel search. And I was like, what on earth sort of vehicle is that? And I asked him, I said, well, what's travel search? What do you do? And he said, oh, we look for people. And I said, you look for people? And he said, yeah. And I said, what do you mean? And he said, we run drones. There are drones. They're all over Texas. I mean, they're out every night. I'm just calling. I mean, I'm scared to death to even call because I see them outside, and I'm just saying it didn't come and it's here.
No, you're right. I mean, there's no doubt that drones for law enforcement are already being practiced and indeed used in major American cities. Indeed, today, as we discussed earlier, it was announced that Predator drones would be used for law enforcement. So there's no debate as to whether that's happening and that they're preparing for it. And it's going to be the next phase of this surveillance process against the American people, which is almost exclusively circled around making people afraid, making people scared, so that they're scared to even speak out in the first place. So you just have to get past the fear and go ahead and exercise your freedoms anyway, because if you do so, then the only step they can then take to stop that is, by incarceration, and that will then expose them as the tyrants that they are. Thanks for the call, Janice. We're going to go to Pat in Ohio. You're on the air.
Hi, Paul. This call is regarding the BP oil spill.
Okay, call back tomorrow. That's the end of the hour. Thank you.
Number one source for independent talk radio for over a decade. We are the GCN Radio Network.
Hello, this is Alex Jones with some important questions. If you're going into a battle and they give you a rifle and a sidearm, how much ammunition do you want? My answer would be all I can get. In the battle for freedom and the lives of your loved ones, food is your only ammunition. How much do you want? When do you want it? Now or after the battle starts? When will you need it? Can you buy it without proper identification? Will there be any food? Will it make your children sick? If there's a quarantine and you can't feed yourself, will you go to the gathering center and be immunized? You wipe out all these problems if you have a good food supply. Food is your ammunition to fight for your freedom and your life. How much will you need? We don't know. How much do you want? All you can get. I'm Alex Jones. I want all of you good guys to live to fight another day. Call 1-800-409-5633 or check it out on the web at efoodsdirect.com. Again, that number, 1-800-409-5633.
Waging war on corruption. Alex Jones on